Now, a couple of points in the readings this morning. The reading there, we'll look at Peter for a moment. And we know that in many, many ways, Peter had many faults. He had many weaknesses. And isn't it interesting that Jesus still chose him to be the leader of the little group of people that he was forming. Later on, they were going to be called the church, or people following the way of Christ. And people in those early days were known as the saints. Not that they were all perfect, but they were the people who believed in Jesus and were following his way. Now apply that to today, and how far removed we are from that in some ways, following the way of Jesus, how Jesus did things, because Jesus was the image of God, and he came to show us the way. And that's why followers of Jesus in the early days were called followers of the way. And then we look at St. Paul for a moment, a wonderful man who got a very, 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 very bad press. He was regarded as being a misogynist, very strict and so on. But he wasn't like that. And a great sign of anybody's character is when they can admit their weaknesses. And Paul, in his own words, tells us, I have a thorn in the flesh. Now, which one of us here this morning doesn't have some kind of a thorn in the flesh? She might be sitting beside you. Or he might be sitting beside you. You've got to be fair. But being serious, we all have inherent weaknesses. And that really is the meaning of original sin. We're not born in sin or with sin. A much better meaning of original sin is an inherent weakness. And we all have that. We're prone to failure. And yet, what is Jesus saying to us in the gospel this morning? Failure is very important. And one final question. Jesus says to each one of us here this morning, who do you say I am to you? And my answer to that is not, you are the Son of God, the creator of heaven and earth, Almighty God. No. If somebody says to me, who is Jesus to you? Hopefully from the heart, I would be able to say, he's my best friend. Nothing more. He's my best friend.